Hi, welcome to the channel. If this is your first time here, welcome. For those of you who are returning, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. So you've clicked on this video today, you saw the title. This video is about generational wealth. I'm gonna shuffle as I get to this. Generational wealth. This reading specifically is what blocks you have received from your family line. So may I have the key card, key focus, key energy for group number 1 for what blocks they have received. Group number 1. What blocks have they received? Okay. Group number 2, please. What blocks is group number 2? Thank you. Oh, that's 2 and 3. Okay, and I'm only doing the 3 piles today. So, if you're tuning into this reading, you've probably seen a few videos in the series. The videos in the series so far have been generational wealth. What are the blessings? Reading 1 was the blessings you received from your mother's side. Oh, I see what I did. Okay. I gotta revamp something. I'm gonna put this with this, and I need to grab this back. This is the deck that I've been using for this generational wealth spread. So let's do this again. I'm leaving these though, and I'm gonna grab something for 3. And I only put this one here because they came out together. So I feel like Spirit is showing me something. So group number 1, what blocks have they received from their family line? What is the key card? Key focus, key energy. Let's do this one. Okay, I guess y'all get 2. No, I don't want to. All right. I don't know. Do I do that? No, it's separate. My intuition says it's separate. So now group 3, please. We have one more key card, key focus for what blocks they have received from the family line. Group number 3. Okay. There we go. Okay, and now real quick before I continue, let me grab that other deck. And may I have a message for group 3 for what blocks they have received? Thank you. I'm not taking them all, only what turned over. Okay. So as I was saying, this is the generational wealth spread. We've already done the blessings you have received from your maternal line and your paternal line. I broke that reading up into 2 so that you can see the gifts you received from your father's line and your mother's line. And initially, my concept was to do that with each section of this reading. So the first section was the blessings you receive. This section is the blocks of your family line. I was going to separate it into the mother's side, what gave you blocks specifically, and the father's side, but I've just decided to combine it and see what blocks you have received from your family line. This is part 2 or section 2 of a generational wealth spread, because group 1, please, what blocks have they received from their family line? Because just as you know the blessings you have received, I feel like it's just as important to know the blockages, anything that could be coming against your generational wealth. So this message, too many, group 2, please. So this message is section 2. We've done the blessings. We separated the blessings from your mother's line and your father's line. Now we'll receive what blocks. Thank you. I feel like that should stay there. Group 2, please. Group 2, thank you. Group 3, please. Okay, so yeah. And then we'll get to section 3 after this. But right now we want to find out what blockages could be coming against your generational wealth. What blocks you have inherited from the, thank you, family line. And just as I did with the others, just in case you haven't seen those other readings, and this is the first video you've clicked on in the series, I will give you some insight about generational wealth, specifically the inheritance of the generational wealth. So in the first reading, it was what you have inherited. And I spoke about the inheritance and what an inheritance is. That it could be material, but it could also be spiritual. And that some synonyms for inheritance was legacy, estate, heritage, and provision. In this reading, we're going to get into anything that could be blocking or a blockage against this inheritance, this legacy, estate. And I spoke about provisions and how sometimes provisions within a business could be looked at as bad debt because it's what's used to take care of the business. Or in this instance, what's used to take care of the family, meaning food, shelter. Those things could be considered a liability, right? And so in this instance, we're going to see what is the liability here. What is the blockage, okay? Anything you have... Let me read it the right way. Anything you have, any blocks you have inherited from your family line. Group 3, please. Group 3. And please do check out the blessings you have received. If this is the first of the videos that you're receiving in the Generational Wealth Spread, I think I titled that what blessings you have inherited, father's side and then mother's side, okay? And then this one is just going to be a combination, and it's going to be the blocks you have inherited from your family line. Okay, so yeah, I'll give you a little bit more, like I was saying, about inheritance. Since it's about what you have inherited, sometimes we even inherit blocks through the family line. We call them generational curses, right? Some of you have been thought of as curse breakers, but I'm hearing it being flipped, where you're not necessarily breaking curses, but for some of you, you're generational starters. You're some of the first to discipline your children in another way. You're some of the first to become millionaires. You're some of the first to have your own business. You're generational starters. You're creating new cycles. Instead of repeating the same patterns and cycles, you're initiating a different vibration within the legacy, within your heritage, okay? So for some of you, it is material. For many of you, it is spiritual. But this inheritance, as I said, it could be material, which is any money, property you have received or that one receives after death of a family member or a friend. In this essence, we are speaking more of spiritual, but we'll see what all of the messages are, because the provisions can come in many ways. Oh, yeah. And I'm not going to even put that back. Nope, we're just going to keep it going, because you don't know how many times I started this, and these were the notes that I wrote down that was talking about spiritual provisions and spiritual inheritance. So I'm going to read those, and then we're just going to get started. And in full transparency, I did this reading before, and I already had 3 groups, and I started the video, and I got all the way to all the way through group 1. What blocks have they inherited from the family line? Group 1, please. And the video cut out. And the video cut out. So anything else for group 1? That's so much. Anything else? I'm going to put this here. I don't know if you want it to be there, but I'm going to put it here. Group 2, please. What blocks have they inherited from their family line? Anything else? Group 2. And group 3, what blocks have they inherited from their family line? Thank you. Anything else? Can I have something else for group 2, please? 1 more or 2 more cards? What do I have? Group 2. What blocks have they inherited from their family line? Thank you. Okay. Let me get some crystals and then we can start. What blocks have they inherited from their family line? Group 2, please. Group 2. What blocks have they inherited from their family line? Group 3. Can you do me a favor and go on this side and get that for me? Thank you. Group 3. Put it right down the first. Thank you. Group 3. What blocks have they inherited from their family line? Thank you. Okay, so real quick, a spiritual provision is a provision of healing, peace, joy, and authority over adversity. Keep it down a notch, please. Who is that? Oh, hey T.
What's up?
What's up, y'all? And see, it's like every time I get to this, something doesn't want you guys to know about the blocks. Because once you know what a blockage is or where there's an obstacle, then that obstacle can be removed. Then you're able to conquer anything that's standing in your way. The blessings came through easy. Fine, you know you have these blessings. But if there's a blockage and then you can't overcome that obstacle, you know, or if you're not aware that there's even a necessity to overcome certain obstacles. But we're going to continue. What blockages for group number 1? Okay. And then I was saying the spiritual inheritance is not always seen. It may not be seen. It may not even be able to be counted or measured. But it is a priceless gift, and it's one that can be passed on to your children and your grandchildren. And when I started the inheritance, the quote, the mantra, the scripture, because it's in the Bible, that was given says, a good man leaves an inheritance for his children's children. Again, this could be monetarily or materially, But I'm also getting that it could be, for many of you, more so spiritual, a spiritual inheritance, okay? And I'm going to see if there's anything else because I did all of this in the blessings part of it, and I'm just reiterating for your insight now, okay? So I think that's everything. Oh, crystals. And then what crystals do you have to help them alleviate any blockages, any blocks in the family line, any crystals that could help dissipate that energy or magnify their energy to get over these obstacles? Group 1, please. What crystals could assist them when it comes to the blocks that they have inherited from their family line? What crystals can assist them with the blocks that they have inherited? Okay. Group 2, please. What crystals could assist them with the blocks they have inherited from their family line? What crystals could assist them? What crystals? Group 2, please. What crystals could assist Group 2 with the blocks they have inherited from their family line? What crystals? I need you to flip out, please. What crystals? Put it right there, sweetie. Thank you. Group 2. What crystals could assist them? What crystals can assist Group 2? They don't need no crystals? Just kidding. What crystals? Okay. Then I'm picking. And Group 3, what crystals? And I feel these two. Okay. Okay. Let's get into your reading. Let me introduce you to the key cards, key energy, key focus. Group number 1, your key card, your key energy. Your key focus is Mother of Water with emotional self-care. Group 1. Group 2, your key card, key focus, key energy is Creature of Air with Speed. Okay? And Group 3, your key card, key energy, key focus is Altar of Fire with Good Juju. So I'm interested to see how these are actually blocks, you know? So let's get into it. Group 3 and Group 2 will go here. Group 3, Group 2. Group 1, your key card, key focus, key energy is Mother of Water with emotional self-care. It looks like this. So you can choose by the image. You can choose by the number here, 30. Or you can use the key phrase, Mother of Water, emotional freedom, emotional self-care, excuse me. You also have prosperity. Crystal cards are the beryl crystal, moss agate, charoite, jadeite, and the turquoise crystal. You will also have listening. Relationships. So many tarot cards, I don't even know where to start. You have shapeshifter, and calling. You also have truth and integrity. You have rebirth. You also have High Priestess and Divine Feminine. Interesting. Okay. You have the Goddess with Need. You also have being assertive. Okay. And you have Green Man with synergy. You have the F word with forgiveness. You have inspire others, and everyone has value. And then your tarot cards are the King of Wands, the Five of Cups in reverse, the Knight of Pentacles in reverse, the Four of Swords in reverse, Judgment in reverse, the Three of Wands upright, the Page of Wands, the Wheel of Fortune, the Ten of Cups, and the Three of Pentacles. Okay, so let's see. King of Wands, Five of Cups, Knight, okay, so the blockage for you, group number one, is you taking care of yourself. It's like you know that you inspire others. And I even get the energy that you're very forgiving of others, but sometimes not as forgiving of yourself. With the emotional self-care here being your key card, key focus, key energy, card number 30, that tells me when it comes to mind, body, and spirit, you need to really, not in a selfish way, but definitely put yourself in the forefront. Do you see how she has her hand on her heart here? It's time for you to get in touch with what your heart is asking of you. Because it's from your heart that your treasures come forth. But are you actually tuning into what your heart is asking of you? I get this energy that many of you are very logical. You know how to use your logic. You're a natural leader. You recognize that everyone else has value, but are you also valuing yourself? Are you being very assertive about your own needs? Many of you are not, and that's the block. Being assertive, knowing that you're a valuable person and that you should stand up for yourself in a very loving way. It doesn't have to be brash or overly aggressive. Many of you attract a lot of energy, let me say that. And because you have this very magnetic energy, you're a high priestess, I get, for this group, or you're connected to a high priestess. You have divine feminine within your lineage, and or you are a divine feminine. Some of you may be wanting to connect with a divine feminine, a high priestess, and this is the block for you. Some of you, at the end of the day, it's still about knowing that you're a valuable person. This is the block. This is the block that's come through for your family line. It's like you came from a lineage of visionaries. Some of them were natural leaders, but not assertive enough. For some of you, take it as it resonates, not everyone, to become the entrepreneurs. Some of you have a block seeing the bigger picture. Even though you're a natural leader and you're overcoming these challenges now. Many of you are very career focused, is what I'm getting here. And you are getting over the blocks, or you're being encouraged to get over the blocks of accepting yourself, of accepting that you are a valuable person and moving forward, finding peace. Some of you have the block, just as your family members, to allow setbacks to stagnate you, to keep you from moving forward in your calling. Able to forgive everyone else, but hard on yourself. Self-forgiveness is somewhat of an issue for you. It even keeps you from moving forward. Knight of Pentacles here in the reverse. So it's now about having the self-discipline to take care of your emotional needs. For many of you, your physical needs as well. And standing up for yourself in a very loving way. For some of you, once you feel stuck, and you get stuck, what I get from many of you is because you want to make things perfect. And a lot of times, I get this block that came through your family line is that you would work without reward, right? But your needs are just as important as anyone else. So if there's any reward that comes with it, then know that you're worthy of it. You have value just as well as everyone else, right? And so many of you are knowing that your needs will be met, are being met by the universe. Some of you, the block is that you work to exhaustion. You sometimes allow stress, and overthinking can create stress in the body as well. It keeps your body in a constant fight or flight type of energy. When you're not able to forgive yourself, when you doubt yourself. So the block for some of you is the fact that you doubt yourself. You felt like maybe you weren't as aware of self, but for many of you, this message is like past energy I'm getting, and it's just to give you confirmation of what you've already overcome. If not, then this is what many of you are being encouraged to overcome, to gain more self-awareness, not be so in tune to that inner critic, the one that says you can't do it, the one that punishes you or stays in self-loathing, and not ignoring your calling. Some of you, your calling is to step up, rise of the divine feminine. Divine feminine energy is like what's becoming a part of this new earth. There's a balancing that's happening when it comes to divine feminine energy. And so it's time for you to get into preparation mode, to allow that foresight that you have as a divine feminine, as a high priestess, to allow the expansion of your perspective in your relationships, in the calling that you're hearing from the universe, the messages to download, the light codes, the insight. There is so much truth and integrity, truth that is coming forth for many of you, but you want to continue to have the integrity for self, meaning self-loathing. You're always willing to forgive someone else, but are you forgiving yourself as well? And continue to move in integrity. That's doing the right thing when no one is looking. Many of you will work to exhaustion to create prosperity for your family line as well as yourself. But as you're so focused on creating prosperity for others, remember to take care of your needs emotionally, materially, financially. This has been a block for your family line. It's like I'm hearing martyrs, like you guys took care of others. You're so amped to take care of others. But right about now, yes, everyone else has value. This is about your value. Confirmation. So, yes, be forgiving of others. That's very important. It's also important to forgive yourself. Not punishing yourself. And knowing that not only are you an inspiration to others, you inspire others, right? But you also have this limitless potential. And so it's time to tap into this limited potential, not letting inner critic or outer critics as well hinder you in any way, shape, or form from moving forward. When it comes to your needs, some of you may feel like you've been in hardship or constraint. For some of you, there have been, I'm hearing, spiritual blockages that have set up hardship and constraint for you. But there's this essence of resilience, especially with the Nodis rune here, and the capacity to overcome these difficulties. So it's like I said, I feel like this is past energy, or for many of you in this lifetime, you've already recognized that this is the lifetime. So for some of you, again, because this is blocks that you have inherited from your family line, it's like now in this lifetime, you're stepping into your divine feminine energy, your high priestess awareness. And in this present lifetime, present moment, you're tapping into the prosperity. You know that you have value. Many of you are now learning or have learned or being encouraged to be assertive about your needs, not to the point where you're in aggression. There's a difference between aggressive and assertive. And as a matter of fact, I'm going to give you the definition of both. Not being aggressive, but being assertive. There is a difference. Aggressive is like you're ready to attack and you want to confront, right? So this isn't about attacking someone else or even attacking yourself, not letting your inner critic be aggressive with you. But this is about assertiveness. And assertive is having and showing a confident and forceful personality. Having and showing a confident and forceful personality. So it's okay to stand in your truth and your integrity and not let anyone block you from that. Asserting yourself, not being aggressive where you're attacking, where you want to go at someone aggressively. No. Assertive and aggressive are two different things. So be assertive to bring back balance and harmony to yourself, to stand up for yourself, to see how all things play together. The collaboration and the implementation of valuing yourself as you're seeking prosperity. Yeah, so group number one, your block that you've inherited from your family line is you not taking emotional self-care. You may take care of everyone in your family. You've had others, on your mother and your father's side, because I'm combining this into one reading instead of separating it. But you're connected to divine feminine energy, very magnetic. You attract what it is that you need materially and spiritually, especially spiritually with the high priestess here, because you have that spiritual awareness, and things happen in the spiritual realm before they actually manifest in this material realm. So take care of your needs, continue to stand and move, and implement the truth and integrity that you have within you. Many of you are having the rebirth in this present lifetime, and you're now more aware of your needs and how to be assertive. You're not, or the blockage was not being assertive. Okay? So as you're moving forward, the blockage to overcome is to take care of your self needs, your emotional self-care, and to be assertive about taking care of your needs as well as others. Not forgetting about yourself is a part of your block, group number one. Listen to your inner voice. Trust the intuitive guidance that's coming your way, okay? And take better care of your heart emotionally, right? Especially with relationships here. Sacral chakra, your creative energy, and speaking your truth, throat chakra here. The balance is listening, not just to respond, but listening to actually, how does it go? Listening not just to react, but listening so that you can have a harmonious response, okay? Assertive, but not aggressive. Queen of Cups energy is what I'm getting here. And your declaration is, I am filled with the power of love. I am filled with the power of love. So it's not a very hard block. It's about taking care of yourself now, your emotional needs, and speaking up about what it is that you want and you need. Okay, you're going to be attracting a lot of things. You have divine feminine energy as well as high priestess energy. So allow your intuition to guide you when it comes to relationships, when it comes to all things prosperous in your life. You have done the preparation. Now it's time to go for these opportunities and implement. You guys are building something new. And that's where I was talking about that generational starter. You guys are building something new for the generations to come. So beryl, this crystal, can assist you with the blocks that you may have inherited from your family line, and that it helps with spiritual advancement. And this is what it looks like, okay? So being that you're a high priestess, this could help you to filter out any of the distractions, and it fills you with courage and the initiative to believe in yourself. And the jadeite is a green crystal. It deals with the heart chakra, and it symbolizes peace and purity, okay? And this one could assist you and allow you to, in your dream state and when you're on the astral plane, okay? Because for many of you, you're getting messages in your dreams, and whenever you're tapping into high priestess energy, okay? You also have the turquoise here, and the turquoise is healing for the throat chakra. We have the throat chakra card come out here. So this could heal your throat chakra, magnify that energy of your solar plexus as well, and your third eye. Turquoise helps to create a very calming mood, and it helps to stabilize any running thoughts or worries. The charoite is for your third eye, to assist with this high priestess essence that you're in, and the vibrations of this crystal help to transform, creates transformation and a deep vibration of a love radiation, radiant love. Charoite also cleanses all of the chakras, okay? So it will assist you in living your life now, not really waiting. It helps you to transform into being more filled with self-love. It helps you to take care of magnifying the energy of your emotional love for self and love for all of life on this planet, okay? And then you have a beautiful moss agate, which is this crystal right here. This is what that looks like. Okay, and then the moss agate is strongly connected to nature. It's found across the globe, and it's considered to be a very lucky stone. It works with the heart chakra, and this stone brings an abundance and growth to your life. It brings healing properties of earth, air, and water, okay? So those are your crystals: moss agate, the charoite, turquoise, to assist you with any blocks, group 1, that you have inherited from your family line. And the biggest blockage I see is you not taking care of your emotional needs, okay? Not being assertive about what it is that you need. You're willing to inspire others, forgive others. You recognize that everyone else has value, but it's also time to establish within self that you are also a valuable person, okay? So that has been your reading, group number 1, for blockages that you have inherited from your family line. Thank you for joining me for this generational wealth reading, okay? Group number 2. Okay, group number 2, you chose creature of air. For creature of air, group number 2, on your generational wealth spread and what blockages you have received from your family line. You have let go of sadness. Your key card, key energy, is creature of air with speed. Your crystal is the Amazonite. You also have new beginnings. You have rebirth. Group number 1 also had rebirth. You have staff with foundation. Your tarot cards are the 6 of Wands and the 4 of Cups. You also have achievement with effort plus intention. You have she-wolf with unleash the wild within. You also have dance. You have Iwas with horse. You have iceberg with submerge. You have whoop whoop and appreciate your talents and mystical experiences, okay? So group number 2, for the blocks that you have inherited from your family line, You have creature of air here. So it's like you guys are highly driven and you run towards what you want in pursuit of your desires. Or this is a block. Some of you, I get that the block is that with speed being here with creature of air, is that you may hesitate. You may hesitate to really go after what it is that you want. That's for some of you. For others of you, you move very quickly towards what it is that you want, but are you doing it from the heart? Are you doing it simply because you just want recognition publicly, or just because you want to win victory? So many of you are coming into the energy of making decisions. Making decisions, speaking your mind, but slowing down. You have this new beginning now, group number 2, to create a stable foundation. You're having a rebirth. You're slowing down so that you can see what's underneath the surface, not just looking at things from a very surface level. You're looking at what's on top, but you're not really diving deep, is what I'm getting. That's for some of you. For some of you, it's you. Okay, so I'm getting this in 2 ways. Take it as it resonates with you. Some of you are highly driven, and so you run towards what you want with speed. And the speed is evident, like you get things done, but you're not necessarily doing it from the heart for one section of you, right? You're doing it, and this is a block that came from your family line, whether this is you or just the block that's in your family line. You do it because you want recognition. You're doing it because basically I'm hearing you're in your ego. Ego is running the show, okay? That's for some of you. For others of you, you are highly driven, but you don't move quickly towards what it is that you want. You don't move quickly because for some of you, I feel like this is on an emotional stance. You've had it's like you don't feel like you deserve to be happy, right? And so now there's this rebirth for both groups. Whether you move too quickly and you're moving in ego, or whether you don't move quick enough because you don't feel like you're worthy, for some of you, or you don't deserve it, or you can't believe that things could happen as quickly as they should. Take it as it resonates. I'm picking up on both energies, right? All in all, whatever this block, whichever part of this you fit into as a block, it's like taking some time for meditation and contemplation before you step out, for those of you who move too fast. And for those of you, once you've done the meditation, it's to take the action, knowing that once it manifests and you're creating the foundation of something new, especially with new beginnings here, that it's okay to celebrate and enjoy this new foundation or the new thing that's happening for you, okay? Remember also that you don't have to attend every fight that someone is inviting you to. If you see here with the sword, it's like you're quick with it. You quick with your tongue. For some of you, you have a quick comeback for everything, but you're only looking at what's on the surface, or allowing people they're coming at the surface. You're deeper than that. So allow yourself to see things from a deeper perspective. Like that person may not even be worth your energy, so you don't even have to attend that sword fight. You don't have to be reckless with your communication style. It's not working when you're reckless with your tongue. So your air ancestors are asking you to use your mind. That's why it's the creature of air. You have the intellect, but are you too quick to... Some of your ancestors were too quick to just pop off. They wanted to go to war with words and with throwing hands, I'm getting, or swords, or whatever it was. Okay? And so has been a part of the block, is because sometimes you're a little bit too quick with it. They weren't always the best communicators. This is a part of the block, group number 2. For your family line. Ready to just do the dance. Like, oh, you want to go toe to toe with me? Well, let's do it. And they were quick with it. Like, this is what this dance is, what I'm getting about, because we're speaking about the blocks, right? So they were quick to go toe to toe. Let's dance. You want to throw hands? You want to get with me? Let's do it. But it's time for you to respect your truth and the truth of those around you as well. This is what's going to alleviate the blocks, group number 2. You guys have a new beginning, right? So it's time to let go of the sadness, because you do deserve to be happy as well. So you're being encouraged to focus on the present and know that there are energies around you that are creating a rebirth for you. So appreciate your talents. Yes, you're quick with the tongue, you're quick with the going toe to toe, but now it's time to amp up your efforts to achieve. Now I feel like this is related to group 1, because they had aggression and assertiveness were big energies in their reading. So it's like you don't have to be as aggressive. It's okay to be assertive though, because the assertiveness is going to assist you with achieving your efforts for the intentions that you've set forth, right? But whenever you feel like you're wanting to jump real quick, no matter which group you're in, taking a moment to meditate. When I say which group, I'm talking about for group 2. We had 2 energies that are the main focus here. The set of you that move real quick and you're quick with your tongue and you're quick with your aggression, and then the set of you who appreciate your talents and know that you have the skill, know that you're highly driven, but then you don't take the speed to move, like you don't move quickly towards your intentions, okay? So now it's like there's a new beginning that's occurring for many of you as you're overcoming these blocks. This new beginning is allowing you to create a foundation. So as you're creating the foundation, appreciate your talents as you recognize your blocks as well, because recognizing the blocks and taking time to meditate on them will assist you with finding those you'll be able to be in teamwork with. Those who can appreciate your talents as well. For many of you, the block that has been passed down through your family line is that you have the ability to attract the opposite gender. Take it as it resonates for you. Some of you, it's like the opposite gender is very attracted to you, but it's surface level. So I get like lustful energy. It's not anything that's deep. You need to take your time, go into meditation so that it's not just on the surface, okay? so that you have those that embody loyalty as well as trust. Okay? And where you'll be able to unleash your wild, but not in a hurried way, in a way that feels like you're able to create a foundation. For some of you, this is taking some time. You got over that block. So some of you, you were, okay, wow, there's so much coming through right now. Okay, look, some of you were quick. This is the block. I do feel like this is past energy as well. So I'm appreciating this because I feel like with the group 1 and group 2, most of you, this is past energy. If it's not, then it's what you're being encouraged, made aware of, so that it can become a past energy and you're able to overcome these blocks. But group number 2, here are the key messages, right? Some of you are very aggressive with your energy. You were aggressive in a multitude of ways. Aggressive with your tongue, because you will give it back to a mofo that think they can come at you sideways. Aggressive even with your fighting, because you're not going to back down for a fight, right? So this could be the blocks. Either this is happening with you or this is the blocks you've inherited, right? And for some of you, you were very... I get this energy that you guys are attractive, and even if you're not so much that you're attractive, you know how to attract partners and or the opposite gender. So I feel opposite gender here. Take it as it resonates. This may not be your reading, right? You're able to attract the opposite gender, but it feels like everything's on the surface. The same reason that you got into aggression before you looked at things into a deeper level. You looked at it like an iceberg. You only saw the tip of it. Oh, they said this, but you didn't go to really dig deep and see why that person said that, or if what the person who came and told you was even telling the truth. Okay? So it's like you jump into stuff defending others or defending yourself because someone says something, but you didn't really check the facts, is what I'm getting. You did a surface dive. You ain't really go deep with it. That's for some of you. Take it as it resonates. For some of you, you also have an essence of where you feel like you want to get it in. You attract the opposite gender. I'm getting that with this Iwa's rune here. It's like you can attract others to work with you, but I feel this energy where it becomes more than just a work situation or something like that. It becomes something more than that, and it moves quickly. That's why we have speed here. So yeah, you're intelligent, you can speak, you have things that creatively flow for you, but for many of you, you move too quickly. Now it's time to pull back a little bit, take time to contemplate, to meditate, to really reevaluate, and sometimes even disconnect from being aggressive to being more assertive. Okay? So right now for you group 2, you guys are having this new beginning. In this new beginning, it's time to let go of sadness and recognize how mystical and magical the universe is, because it's allowing you this opportunity to create a new foundation, one that's not built on, I just heard, sinking sand, but that's very firm, where you're able to actually celebrate, dance on it. You're not going to put a hole in the floor, where you're able to feel more appreciated and appreciate the talents that has been given to you from the Most High, the universe, God, however. But these were the blocks that have come through your family line. The fact that they were very attractive men and women. They knew how to attract the opposite gender. And they didn't mind giving you a word or two if you came at them sideways. If you came talking at your neck, they might have just chopped your neck off. Okay? So this is a part of the blocks, group number 2. But in this present moment, as you're overcoming these blocks, these obstacles, it's like you are putting forth and setting the intention. And many of you, I get that you're achieving it, but do it for the reason of balancing out your heart and your mind, not to just be in your ego to win, because some of them just want it to be seen. This is also a block. Yes, you have self confidence, group number two, and you came from a lineage of people that were very self confident. But I feel like this is like fire energy. I don't know why. I just do. And it's like you want it to be seen. Ego running the show. But the ego is very surface, it can't go deeper. So now, to overcome your block, it's just about taking time to realize before you jump into something all hot headed or aggressive, to really dig a little bit deeper. Is this something I really want to put my energy into? As a relationship, as a fight, as a collaboration? But group number two, all in all, you do deserve to be happy. So focus on the present and know that you are having a new beginning. And I do feel like this is happening quickly for you guys, again with the speed. But don't let the speed, your need for speed, be the thing to get you caught up. It's okay to slow it down every now and again is what I'm getting, okay? And the declaration for you guys, card number 34. The declaration is I am willing yeah, I am willing to take my time. I get air energy as well. Like Knight of Swords energy. Rushing in to yeah, Knight of Swords energy. Rushing in to say too much, to do too much. This has been the block that you have inherited from your family line. However, the declaration is I am willing to take my time. I am willing to take my time. And you're having a new beginning. I'm focusing on the positives here. So you should do that as well. And be willing to take your time. Be willing to even let some offers pass you up. You don't have to take everything that's coming your way, because a lot of people say opportunity only knocks once. I don't subscribe to that school of thought. I feel like what's for me is for me. And if that opportunity passed me, or I missed it, or something inside my spirit said not to take it, then there must have been something better that's coming for me. So maybe you want to experiment with that line of thought. You don't have to. It's just a line of thought, right? And not every thought is your own. You decide what thoughts you subscribe to. You have the Amazonite as a crystal here, and that's this crystal, and it looks like this up close, okay? And this is what it looks like on the card. Beautiful crystal. And the Amazonite helps with the electromagnetic energies that make you want to move fast, that cause static electricity or electromagnetic frequencies through your chakra, and or affects your electromagnetic field. Your aura is known by some. So the Amazonite is going to help you with filtering out any of that pollution, and it's going to help you with opening up your heart chakra, so that when you're making these decisions, you're not moving in a speedy way. You may take a moment to sit under a tree with the Amazonite crystal and contemplate before you actually Knight of Swords it and jump at whatever opportunity or fight or whatever's coming up, okay? Sometimes it really does take a deeper look at things, group number two. Some things are submerged and or under the surface, and that's been the block for you. Your family, the block you've inherited from your family line is that they were quick to just look at what looked good on the surface, but they end up possibly sinking the whole ship like a Titanic because you didn't that's exactly what happened in the Titanic. They were trying to get to a destination so fast, and they were going so fast, and they were moving at night. So it's like some of y'all couldn't even see clearly because you were moving in the dark, and then you kept going full steam ahead. Or this is what you've inherited for your family line. It doesn't have to be you, but you'll know if it resonates with you. Anyway, they were going full steam ahead, and then they hit the iceberg with something looked like it was small on the surface. It went so much deeper. So some of you, the situations, the things that have come up, You thought it was small on the surface, but it went so much deeper. And it was that need for speed that caused, you to build a foundation that wasn't necessarily stable for you. But now it's time to like allow this new beginning to occur. Put in the effort, set the intentions to achieve what it is that you want, and to let go of any sadness, because you do deserve to be happy. So focus on the present, group number 2. Focus on the present and take time to do any reevaluating and or any meditation and or any contemplation that is needed, okay? And so last but not least, we have group number 3. You have the altar of fire. Your crystal cards are the Larimar, the Zoisite, and you have trust. You have moonlight enchantment with magic. You also have unicorn with purity. You have determination. You also have sacred sight. You have calming the waters, peaceful self-regulation, divine mother, nurturing care and compassion, shapeshifter, creativity, reflection, Dagas with dawn, Gaia with nurturing, Milky Way with perspective, dance with celebration, time out, X-ray vision, feel joy in all you do, say yes, and communication. And then your tarot cards are the Two of Cups, the Empress, and the Moon. Say yes. Okay, hold on. We doing blocks here though today. Good juju. Good juju is a block with altar of fire. Card number 22. Good juju. Okay, so the block for you, group number 3, is that you guys really do have good juju, right? And you're like, how can that be a block? It's a block because sometimes you don't trust that all these good things, or that you have this good juju that's happening for you. You guys may need to take a time out to see all of the communication that's happening for you from all. So what I'm getting is there are so many signs and synchronicity, so much good juju coming your way. And how this is a block is that sometimes you guys doubt it. Like you don't trust that you are deserving of all of this good juju, that you're deserving of being nurtured by the spiritual realm, the Most High. Even Gaia, Mother Earth, is like, baby, I got you. Just connect. Like, ground yourself, come out into nature, like, and you'll receive all the wisdom that you need. We have sun with Dagas here, dawn. So getting out, allowing the sun to give you the light codes, the downloads that you need, that you receive when you're out into nature. Some of you, it's an obstacle because you didn't believe that quote unquote magic or juju or signs and synchronicities were like a real thing. And so now you're becoming more aware of the spiritual realm. And there's something about the twos for you guys. You could be seeing 222, 2222. You have 22 here with X-ray vision, time out, and good juju, altar of fire. All of those are 22, right? So there's something about the twos for you guys, but it's like you're taking a time out to reflect now and see clearly how to move forward when it comes to partnerships, when it comes to connections, when it comes to even marriage for some of you, especially with this say yes here. I keep hearing that all you gotta do is say yes, okay? And trust that, I don't know, I just feel like I'm hearing the universe has got your back. Like, the universe has got your back. And it's time for you guys to connect with your angels and your guides to get these valuable messages. There's communication that's happening right now for you, group number three, but I get that this has happened throughout your family line. Sometimes they didn't trust the messages, the communication that was coming forward. Communications that was very nurturing for them, that was about abundance, communication that was assisting to evolve and when to take action. And the block is that you guys need to take more time to self in peaceful environments, getting out into nature. The block is that there's so much, I get like electromagnetic energy and like noise and like spiritual noise even. So the block is you finding a sacred site where you can tap in and get these communications about your purpose, about the determination that you have to see things clearly. You guys are so connected to divine mother energy, divine feminine energy, and it's just wanting to nurture you and help you to feel joy in all that you do, so that you're not caught up in illusions, or it doesn't feel like the spiritual realm is a mystery to you, and you're trapped in anxiety and not being afraid of any premonitions that you may be receiving, because some of you doubt that you're receiving, that you have these abilities to connect with the spiritual realm as much as you do, especially the goddess realm, the divine mother, divine feminine side of it, whether you're a man or a woman. But the block is that it's time to transform and unveil your gifts. You have good juju swirling all around you, and some of you aren't sure about that, and it's because you've dealt with, I'm getting like the darker side of the juju, the magic, but there's two sides to it. So I get this energy that the block has been that many of you have dealt with the not so good, the not so positive aspects of spirituality. But many of you, this is past energy, and you have this determination now to stay peaceful, to stay calm, to take time out and see things clearly. And if you're not, then that's what you're being encouraged to do. That is what's going to help you get over any of these blockages, okay? To be able to see the bigger perspective, like there's more going on than what meets the eye. And it's okay for you to tap into that energy, the energy of abundance, of accomplishment, of growth, of development, and trust that you're going to be guided, that you'll be nurtured, and that yes, you are receiving communications. And when you're in doubt, get quiet, go into meditation, take your time to reflect. Go into yourself. Like, do you notice the image in both of these cards are in caves, in a dark place? So it's like some of you, you're not afraid of the dark. You possibly were. That was the block before. It was that you were afraid of your darker self, afraid to go into the darker aspects of spirituality because it takes both light and dark. But many of you are not afraid to explore the dark side, the dark side. That could be a part of it. The dark side of your mind, the dark side of spirituality. And you now know how to balance that out, or this is what you're being encouraged to do. The block was you being afraid of the dark, you experiencing things that you felt like you couldn't trust. But overcoming this block and not being afraid of the dark side, because it's far better that you attempt to do something great and fail at it than to not try at all. So overcoming the blockage of not tapping into your creativity, because that's the block for many of you. You were afraid of the dark, or you weren't sure how to navigate. All of these pictures have like a very dark theme to them if you look at them. The two caves that are dark, the sacred sites, even in a darker place, you calming yourself even in the dark with the full moon energy here. So some of you are not afraid now to tap into full moon energy. And I get that from, look at all this. You were, okay, thank you, I got it. Okay. Some of you, because you deal with the good juju, I'm hearing white lighter, you work with the lighter aspects of things, you know. You were afraid, or the blockage was when the full moon happens, right? A lot of people deal with full moon energy, and that's when a lot of the spell work is done. So some of you were afraid, take it as it resonates, to either work with the full moon energy or what occurs around the full moons that's being projected towards you. For others of you, the block is that you didn't, so take that as it resonates. Either you were like, there was full moon energy being projected at you, or you're in the, and or both, because it could be both. You didn't tap into the darker occult, alchemistic side of you, the darker side, your dark feminine energy, because you were afraid of it. Now many of you are learning to find a way to balance that out. You know how to maneuver in the light. Now many of you are determined to find ways to balance out using your dark energy in the way that you would use it, instead of allowing someone else to try to access it through your sacral chakra, is what I'm getting here. Now you're tapping into your confidence, and you're finding the joy in being made aware of the darker side and how to use it as good juju. Okay, that was the block for many of you. Being in the mysteries of the subconscious mind, but also the mysteries of illusions that are projected during the full moon. Many of you are releasing that fear, or this was a part of the blockage you received. Your family line didn't like to deal with the juju or the darker aspect of things. But for many of you, this is a part of your purpose, right? And so you're overcoming this block. So I feel the same thing for group number 3 too. This is past energy. These blockages, many of you have already overcome, or you've been removing these obstacles, at least in this lifetime, you know? And so now you have this determination and confidence to nurture and care for your gifts, and you're ready to unveil them. And if you're not, this is what you're being encouraged to do. Group number 3. It's like new things are arising for you. You're learning how to maneuver in the light as well as the dark. And you're trusting your gifts. And now you're ready to unify your gifts and unify partnerships and connections. Okay? For some of you, there is actually proposal, or some kind of a proposal that's coming up for you. to work together, a connection. There's something that's happening here. For some of you, the blockage was like co-parenting, and now you're finding a way to you're determined to find a way to take the time out to see clearly how you're able to like nurture the relationship between you and your ex or your present partner, to be better parents, to be good to allow good parenting to be the thing that sets the foundation for you. Okay, you're like more in tune with your emotions, and that's why you have the zoisite here. This is a sacred stone that helps you to shift the emotions, and it helps to break through emotional trauma. So some of you are the blockage was having emotional trauma through parenting, whether that's your parents or you as a parent, but you're breaking this cycle, or this was a part of the blockage. Okay, now with the zoisite, you can amplify your energy so that when anxiety and worry floods your mind, this crystal will help you in your meditation and allow you to use any celestial energy to let go of any worry, anxiety, and or fear about being a good parent, and about your connections, about marriage. For some of you, you also have the Larimar, and this crystal is specifically tuned to women. Okay, so it allows you to restore a connection with the earth goddess for some of you, and it bestows the energy of the sky and sea. So that's the divine mother energy, restoring that connection with a mother for some of you, or you tapping into divine mother energy so that you are able to also be a good parent and or a good wife or partner in your partnerships. Okay, so when you meditate with Larimar, it allows you to reach the spiritual plane and even the angelic connections, and you have that here. See how these two colors kind of go together with the communication and connecting with your angels and guides to get these valuable messages about this good juju that's swirling all around you as you're transforming and unveiling your gifts. It's time for you to trust the communications that are coming forth for you from the spiritual realm. Group number 3, this has been a part of the blockages. You're able to see deeper than you've thought before. You're not looking just at the surface. You can see behind the veil, or there is no veil. Take it as it resonates. But with all of these tools here, I definitely get partnership energy. Okay, and then we have another 2. I just realized 2 of Cups. So look, 2 of Cups, 2 with X-ray, 2 with 22 with time out, and 22 with your key card, key focus, key energy of altar of fire. Okay, and let me give you your declaration. The declaration for this one is: it is easy for me to be successful. It is easy for me to be successful. So this is not the time to tiptoe. Group number 3, be bold, be big, be bold, and continue in being determined. Be big, be bold, be determined. That's been a part of your blockage. It's like you wanted to shrink yourself so that you, I don't know, didn't shed too much light with fire here. You didn't want your light to cast too many shadows on others, and that's been a part of your block. But it's like, what are you waiting for now? It is easy for me to be successful is your declaration. Be big, be bold. Okay? Claim your moment, your beautiful moment. Embrace the rebirth in love, in health, in money, and happiness. I claim, I embrace I'm giving you a new declaration or an added declaration. I embrace the rebirth in love, health, money, and happiness. Love, health, money, and happiness. I embrace the rebirth. I embrace the rebirth in love, in health, in money, and happiness. In love, in health, in money, and happiness. Group number 3, that's how you get over the blocks you have inherited from your family line. I want to thank you for joining me. I truly hope that this assisted you with seeing any blockages that is been in the way that needs to be overcome, or that you have overcome as you are stepping into generational wealth. It is easy, or what was it? It is easy for me to be successful. Okay, group number 3. Again, thank you for joining me. Tonae Star here with Tonae Star Enterprises. And remember to always shoot for the moon. Determination, group number 3. And even if you miss, you are still amongst the stars. And to always, always, always let your light shine bright. Altar of fire. Your blockages where you playing small, basically. Okay. So yeah, that's it. Always let your light shine bright. And your likes, shares, and subscribes are greatly appreciated. And do check out the next reading, which is a part of the generational wealth spread. Again, we have done the blessings you have inherited. This reading has been the blockages you have inherited. And the next one, we'll seek what is the path to healing, okay? What is the path to healing when it comes to generational wealth for you, okay? So thank you guys for joining me. Yeah, we out. This has been another voyage of the Enterprise to the 5D and beyond, as you overcome blockages and step into this generational wealth to the present, the 5D and beyond. Thank you for joining me.